Margaret used to pride herself on never missing her morning walks, but lately, something felt off. She'd wake up tired, even after a full night's sleep. Her daughter noticed Margaret gripping the kitchen counter more often. "Mom, are you feeling okay?" she'd ask. "I'm fine, honey, just getting older," Margaret would reply with a weak smile. But deep down, she knew this wasn't normal aging. Her body was trying to tell her something. What Margaret didn't know was that her exhaustion, her irregular heartbeat, and even those moments of dizziness weren't just about getting older. They were warning signs of something quietly draining her body of essential minerals, something that affects millions of older adults, yet rarely gets talked about until it's too late. What Margaret was experiencing is something cardiologists and geriatric specialists see every single day. Chronic mineral deficiency triggered by a hidden, age-related cause that most people never consider. And here's the part that catches so many seniors off guard. This isn't about not eating enough healthy food. You can follow a perfect diet and still develop dangerous deficiencies, because the real problem isn't what you're eating. It's what your body has quietly stopped doing. As we age, our digestive system changes in ways most of us never notice. Stomach acid production naturally decreases. The lining of our intestines becomes less efficient, and certain medications, ones that millions of seniors take daily, can interfere with how our bodies absorb vital minerals like magnesium, potassium, calcium, and iron. The result? Your body starts running on empty, and because it happens gradually over months or even years, most people dismiss the early warning signs as just normal aging. So let's talk about what's really happening inside your body, and why this issue becomes more common after age 50. The hidden absorption problem. Your stomach produces acid for a reason. It's essential for breaking down food and absorbing minerals. But starting around age 50, stomach acid production can drop by as much as 30 to 40%. This is where many people get it wrong. They think, "I'm eating leafy greens, I'm taking supplements, I should be fine." But if your digestive system can't properly absorb those nutrients, they're just passing through your body without doing their job. The medication connection. Here's something most older adults aren't told. Some of the most commonly prescribed medications for seniors can quietly deplete essential minerals. Diuretics, often called water pills, are used to manage blood pressure and heart conditions. But they can also flush out potassium and magnesium, two minerals your heart desperately needs to maintain a steady rhythm. Proton pump inhibitors, or PPIs, are used for acid reflux and heartburn. But long-term use can reduce magnesium absorption and interfere with calcium and vitamin B12 uptake. And because these medications are often necessary, many doctors focus on managing the primary condition without always monitoring mineral levels as closely as they should. Why magnesium matters. Most of all the minerals affected, magnesium is one of the most critical and one of the most commonly depleted. It keeps your heartbeat steady, supports muscle function, maintains bone strength, and even helps regulate blood sugar. When magnesium drops too low, you might experience muscle cramps, fatigue, irregular heartbeat, difficulty sleeping, or even increased anxiety. Sound familiar? These are symptoms many seniors experience but never connect to a mineral deficiency. Cardiologists particularly warn about low magnesium because it increases the risk of arrhythmias. The silent chain reaction. Here's what makes this even more concerning. Mineral deficiencies rarely happen in isolation. When one mineral drops, it often affects others. Low magnesium can interfere with calcium regulation, which weakens bones and increases fracture risk. Low potassium combined with low magnesium puts extra strain on your heart. And when your body lacks these essential minerals, even simple daily activities start feeling harder than they should. This is why Margaret felt exhausted, why her heart fluttered, why she needed to steady herself more often. Her body was sending distress signals, realistic consequence. So, what happens if these deficiencies go unrecognized? The consequences build gradually, which makes them easy to ignore until they become serious. Chronic fatigue becomes your new normal. You start avoiding activities you used to enjoy because you just don't have the energy anymore. Muscle weakness increases your fall risk. And for older adults, falls aren't just inconvenient. They can lead to fractures, hospitalizations, and loss of independence. Untreated arrhythmias can lead to blood clots, stroke, or heart failure. Bone density decreases faster, raising the risk of osteoporosis and fractures, especially in postmenopausal women who are already at higher risk. And perhaps most frustrating of all, you might be told that what you're feeling is just part of getting older, but it's not. It's your body asking for help. The good news is that once you understand what's happening, you can take meaningful steps to protect yourself. Talk to your doctor about testing. If you're experiencing unexplained fatigue, muscle weakness, heart palpitations, or dizziness, ask your doctor about checking your mineral levels. A simple blood test can reveal deficiencies in magnesium, potassium, calcium, and other essential nutrients. This is especially important if you're taking medications like diuretics, PPIs, or other long-term prescriptions. Focus on absorption-friendly foods. Eating mineral-rich foods is important, but so is eating foods that support absorption. Magnesium-rich options include leafy greens, nuts, seeds, whole grains, and legumes. Potassium is found in bananas, sweet potatoes, spinach, and avocados. Calcium comes from dairy, fortified plant milks, and leafy greens like kale. Pairing these foods with sources of vitamin D, like fatty fish or fortified foods, can improve calcium absorption. Stay hydrated but not overhydrated. Proper hydration helps your body transport nutrients effectively. However, excessive water intake, especially when combined with certain medications, can dilute mineral levels. Balance is key. Consider professional guidance on supplements. If testing reveals deficiencies, your doctor may recommend supplements. But this should always be done under medical supervision, because taking too much of certain minerals can cause other health problems. Margaret's story didn't end with exhaustion and worry. After finally speaking with her doctor, she learned her magnesium and potassium levels were dangerously low, largely due to the diuretic she'd been taking for years without regular monitoring. With guided supplementation, dietary adjustments, and regular follow-ups, Margaret started feeling like herself again. Her energy returned. Her heart rhythm stabilized. And she went back to those morning walks she loved. The truth is, aging doesn't mean you have to accept constant fatigue, weakness, or declining health as inevitable. Your body is remarkably resilient when given what it needs. But you have to pay attention to the signals. You have to ask the right questions. And you have to take your health seriously enough to seek answers, not just accept "that's just getting older" as an explanation. If anything in this video sounded familiar, if you've been feeling more tired, weaker, or just off lately, don't wait. Talk to your healthcare provider. Get tested. Take control of your health before small deficiencies turn into serious problems. Your body has carried you this far. Now it's asking for a little extra support. And that's not weakness, that's wisdom. If this video opened your eyes to something you didn't know before, please hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss future health awareness content. And in the comments below, share your experience. Have you or someone you love dealt with unexplained fatigue or mineral deficiencies? Let's learn from each other. Stay informed, stay healthy, and take care of yourself. You deserve it.